Douglas, our fearless leader, our inspiration for walking. Douglas, before we actually get to your goal, and I see you've lit your candle. Thank you for participating. You have been such an inspiration, whether you've been in the hospital or you've had other things going on. You have a way in which you've been able to keep moving. And when I've had you on to share with others who need a little inspiration and can't quite get out walking, you have a way in which someone can keep moving very easily. Would you mind sharing that?
Are you talking about paper plates?
I am.
Well, I at one point, even Dr. Duwa talked about this in one of her sessions about buying paper plates, putting the paper plates on the floor while you're sitting there watching TV and moving your feet back and forth on the paper plates. You can sit there and watch TV and move your feet while you're watching TV and really not go anywhere, but you're moving your feet and you're helping that blood flow.
Yep. And even when you were in the hospital, you actually put on those non-slip socks and you sat on the side of the bed and you moved your feet back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yes, I did. And it was those special socks that they make you wear when you're in the hospital, but they work just fine. And I brought them home. I still have them. So,
Well, go ahead and share your purpose for walking this summer and what your goal might be.
well, my number one goal is keep my legs attached to my body right now. That's my number one goal. I like my legs
Mhm.
and I want to keep them. So, and I brought out, I got, I've been hiding it, but in 2015, I did a half marathon
Wow.
and I got that out when we started thinking about light a candle and the motivation to realize that life looks different today for me, but I can still do things. So I want to sign up for a couple 5Ks and do a couple 5Ks. And even if I walk them, I want to do them because even though I'm 62, life is not over. I'm not through living yet. And I'm going to live through this disease with like everything else I've lived through in my life to this point. This is just something else for us to conquer, isn't it? It's just something for us to live with daily, figure out, and how to get along with. So I'm I I watched the Dr. Duwa's video, and my main goal is to walk at least an hour every day nonstop, at least an hour. And I'm not going to worry about my steps. I want to walk one whole nonstop 1 hour every day. So that's my main goal, and to keep my legs attached to my body.
Fantastic. Such an inspiration. And I want to point everyone's attention just to something that's behind him is Douglas is an incredible artist and woodworker, and he has these amazing inspirational pieces that he puts together and they're really awesome. So if you ever want one of those, I've got two of them and they're awesome. They're great motivation and they're just beautiful. And I have them up on the wall in my office. And I actually have had a couple of doctors he's made them for and ordered them from him, and they've put them up in their office as well to inspire other people to walk, walk, walk. And what's great is they say that because they have those in there, patients ask about them, and they're able to say, "Hey, this is another P.A.D patient who is walking, 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 persevering, pushing through that pain, and this is just a reminder you can too." So, thank you so much, Douglas, for inspiring so many.
While I was listening to y'all, I did some checking. We have what they call a C-Rim Striders walking group in our area. And I sent them a text. And I just got a response from a gentleman. So they start a walk run series tomorrow evening in this town where I live at the state park. And I told him I had P.A.D. I put in a message. I have P.A.D. and I'm learning to walk and I want to walk in a walking group. and he sent me his name. He said, if you show up at 7, you have 1 hour to walk 3 miles, but it takes us, and we're there till 8:45. And if you need someone to walk with you, I'll walk with you until you can walk. And if you have to stop early, stop. But we have a whole support group here. So I wanted everybody to realize probably where you are, and there are walking groups in that we can get a hold of. Then maybe I just, I was trying it and got this text message from him. He said, I'll walk with you if you want to come and join us.
What I love so much, Douglas, is that being a part of this, you're always looking for new ways that you can just get more and more motivated. But this is so powerful that just in the time that we're sitting here, you're getting inspired enough to go searching for new ways to reach your goal. You were talking about, I want to get back into 5Ks. I want to do this.
I
I need to
signed up
find ways
for
to do
October
this.
fun run in Houston, Texas, which is an hour, Katie. So I signed up for a fun run October for Oktoberfest.
So right now, during this time that you've been sitting here, you set your goal, you went ahead and you executed on it. You signed up for that fun run. You have the goal, you have that milestone ready for you. And then beyond that, you're like, well, how am I going to get there? How am I going to get that motivation? And you end up finding a walking group in your area that will work alongside you, even give you a walking companion to help motivate you and inspire you to walk and some accountability for walking. That's amazing. I am so proud of you, Douglas.